All right, ready to go here. Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers.
Number 22, Christian Yelich.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, right
Jackson
fielder.
Chourio up now for the Brewers. In the air, right field. Acuna under it. And there's one down. Here comes Bryce Harper.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with the sports.
Swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. A two-run blast. One down, and now it's William Contreras. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for two. And he'll pull into second safely. This is Bryce Turang.
Ball in.
High fly ball, right field. Two away. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Right side. And that's the third out. Back at Truist Park. And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Chad Patrick. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Sends it across to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Second,
Here's
right
Acuna.
fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hammered. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at second. Swings through that. That one just missing inside. And that is ball one. Got him swinging. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Tap foul at the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. Man on second, two down. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. He goes down looking. Back here in Atlanta. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And that one ripped into right. He's got it. One up, one down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Joey Ortiz.
Yeah.
Now the 0-1. Fought off foul. Not close with that one. Going to count 1-2. Slow roller to third. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. And now the center fielder, Blake Perkins.
Blake Perkins.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for Milwaukee, the designated
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Christian Yelich digs in now.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And gone! He sends it out of here. So 2 down. Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball to the right side. Handles, throws to first, and quickly one away in the second. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1. On the ground, right side. And a foul ball. On a line. 2 away down. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Wyatt Langford. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. Ortiz. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back at Truist Park. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Harper. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And now William Contreras. In the dirt, ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bryce Turang, the next to hit. Man at second. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A 2-run homer. It's their second home run of the inning. Rengifo stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Out towards right center field. And there's one away. So up next, Sal Frelick. He's 0 for 1. And he grounds one to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Wastes no time there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Ortiz swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Acuna takes it in for the out. Out number 2. So digging in, Blake Perkins. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a foul out of play. That's off the inside corner. Ball one.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting
inning over. Back here in Atlanta as we go to the last of the third.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in once.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Going, gone. He nails one out to right. So here's Murphy now. And a swing and a miss there.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the third. And that one hammered. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And now it's Bobby Witt Jr. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the third and final game of the series. Ripped on a line. And that's a base hit. Around first, digging for two. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Comes up empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Matt Olson. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one is absolutely belted. Forget it. Matt Olson goes deep. Their third home run of the inning. And they're chipping away. It's 7-4. So two down. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
And that is that. Back here in Atlanta, new inning getting started. Well, been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Inside, ball one.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Comes a 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. In the air out towards right center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. And a foul ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where,
oh, he dropped it.
Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next
Ball one.
offering misses. Ball one.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. Good.
Now a rocket to right center. Way back there. And forget it. It's out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-4. One down. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. And first offering is fouled off. Now he breaks his bat. Olsen. Here's the tag, and he's out. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Turang.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Oh, great stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts. Wyatt Langford next up for the Braves.
Langford.
And a big swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Into the outfield, base hit. And a man aboard.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. On the ground right side. And that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Back-to-back singles. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Murphy swings through it for strike 1. Oh, 0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Braves.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Turang whips it to first. That is the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Up now for Milwaukee, Luis Rengifo. Out towards right center field. Takes a tumble and hangs on. Sal Frelick getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. This one in the air center field. Harris takes it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs. Now Joey Ortiz. And that one finds its way through.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
They get the force out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. Harper takes it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Austin Riley, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Riley at 23 years old. He was their first round pick in 2015. Harper. He takes it on his own. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Matt Olson down. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. On the ground to the left. Inning over. Top 6. Here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. And now Jackson Chourio.
Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been absolutely smashing the baseball. They've racked up a bunch of hits, and 8 have gone down for extra bases.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Harper goes after that one for strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Another homer. His 4th home run of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 11-4. 1 down. William Contreras will hit next. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
The 1-0. Fastball almost got him there. That one is absolutely belted, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Across is the runner from first, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. So a man aboard. Next to hit, Luis Rengifo. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Sal Frelick, the next to hit. Left field. And that'll do it. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious. We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways. Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. And they cut into the deficit. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Frelick should have this one. 1 away. So up next, Wyatt Langford. 1 for 2.
Wyatt Langford.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
drift, and he can't glove it. It's by him.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Coming home. The relay. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. Back at Truist Park, we go to the top of the 7th. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers.
Number 81, Danny Young.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Young in his second season, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Next for Milwaukee, Blake Perkins. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. The Brewers up big in this one. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Back to the top of the order. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. And that'll do it. Back here in Atlanta. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Bobby Witt Jr. Ripped on the ground to second. One pitch and one out. Here's Acuna now.
For the Braves, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today.
All over that one right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Laser to the gap, should score the run. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. 13-6. And in at second with an RBI double.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean,
Now pitching from
on the mound now,
Number
Yoel
34,
Payamps.
and we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
One out and a runner at second. Here at the bottom of the 7th. On the ground, right side, Turang. In plenty of time to first. He's out. Michael Harris the second digs in now. He's already homered here in this one. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And that one fouled off. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. Here's the 0-2. On the ground, Turang. And he beats it. He's safe. Man at first, Ozzie Albies now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. There goes the runner. That's ripped into the outfield. And that is the third out of the inning. We go to the 8th. Up now for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Harper swings through it for strike one. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swings and misses, struck him out. William Contreras up now for the Brewers.
William Contreras.
Langford settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. In to score is the runner from third. Our score 13-7. And now Bryce Turang. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Wyatt Langford. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Late with the swing there. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. That one fouled off. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Sean Murphy. Swings through that one. 0-1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
0-2 now. Stays alive. Line drive and a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. On the ground to third. Rengifo. That's out number 3. We go to the 9th. Up now for Milwaukee, Luis Rengifo. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball there. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Next for the Brewers, Sal Frelick. Up the middle, Albies. On to first, 2 gone. And here is Joey Ortiz. Albies. And the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 9th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. Here comes the new arm for the Brewers, Rob Zastryzny.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. That one is gone. He circles the bases. So here's Riley now. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. They go back to back, and now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Swings through that one out in front that time. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2 now. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. Michael Harris second. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Eli White. In the air out to center. Into the slide, and he got it. The Braves down to their last out. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike. There's the splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it. 14-9 at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.